Boston Strangler, American serial killer who murdered at least 11 women in the Boston area between 1962 and 1964. His crimes were the subject of numerous books and a film, though the exact number of victims, as well as his identity, are a matter of controversy. Although authorities believe that Albert DeSalvo most likely committed all the murders, some claim that there were several killers. Albert DeSalvo was born on September 3, 1931, in Chelsea, Massachusetts, as the third of 6 children to Charlotte née Roberts, and Frank DeSalvo. DeSalvo's father was a violent alcoholic who abused his wife and children. In one of the many times he attacked his wife in front of the children, he knocked out all her teeth and bent her fingers back until they broke. DeSalvo's father would also bring home prostitutes and engage in sexual acts with them in front of family members, including the children. The young DeSalvo began torturing animals as a child. In early adolescence, he engaged in acts of petty theft and shoplifting, frequently crossing paths with the law. In 1943, DeSalvo, then age 12, was arrested for battery and robbery and was subsequently sent to the Lyman School for Boys. In October 1944, DeSalvo was paroled and started working as a delivery boy. In August 1946, nearly 15 years old, he was returned to the Lyman School after being convicted of auto theft. After completing his second sentence, DeSalvo joined the United States Army. He was honorably discharged after his first tour of duty. DeSalvo re-enlisted and, despite being tried in a court-martial, was again honorably discharged. He served as a military police sergeant with the 2nd Squadron, 14th Armored Cavalry Regiment. At the time of the Boston Strangler murders, DeSalvo lived at 11 Florence Street Park in Malden, across the street from the junction of Florence and Clement Streets. The Boston Strangler's first victim, a 55-year-old woman, was sexually assaulted and strangled in her ransacked apartment on June 14, 1962. During the following months, several other women, ranging in age from 65 to 85 years, were murdered in similar circumstances, news of which engulfed the city in panic. The Boston police chief transferred nearly all his department's resources to the search for the so-called mother killer. Then, in December, a young woman was killed, and 3 weeks later a 23-year-old woman was found strangled. Subsequent victims included women of a range of ages. By January 1964, 13 women were dead, and the Massachusetts Attorney General, Edward Brooke, had taken charge of the investigation personally. In 1965, Albert, who was an inmate at a state mental hospital, having been charged with a series of rapes, confessed to the murders. Although